All right, Cory, I'm gonna need you to win. I need you to beat that Russian's ass and show him you got that half ginger breed in you. All right. Now, as most people know, Cory Sandhagen is facing Umar Nur, you know, that guy, the cliff dweller. Um, you know, but yeah, this fight is happening this weekend, Saturday. UFC Abu Dhabi. It's actually a pretty decent time for me, as you can see, 3 p.m. I like that. It's probably not actually going to be 3 p.m. It's going to be like 4 p.m. But, moving on. Don't really feel like I need to talk about the rest of these matchups. I mean, Tony versus Chiesa. You know, everyone wants Tony to win, but he's probably not going to win. Cheeto Vera is going to lose because Cheeto Vera sucks. Shara Bullet. He's a ginger, so obviously he's going to win. It sucks for McCall. I'm rooting for McCall, but, you know, this is a rare time where, you know, the ginger's just gonna have to run through them. It is what it is. But, yeah, I feel like Cory Sandhagen versus Umar is definitely the eye catcher here. And I feel bad for Cory, man. I do. What the fuck is this? There we go. But yeah. So, I feel bad for Cory, man. He's had a tough few losses in recent history, and for whatever reason it is, he just seems to always choke at the most important fights of his career, you know. He loses to Aljo via submission. This is when he was challenging for the title, biggest fight of his career up until that point. You know, we don't really count that. Jamal Emmers. I think Jamal Emmers is actually pretty good. He just somehow, I don't know, later in his career he's just kind of fallen off, but he was definitely pretty good at some point. But you know, he's beat decent names up until the Aljo fight, and then he gets Aljo, and then he gets submitted. Really sucks to see. Not like Cory to get submitted that way. So having one submission on your record is pretty bad. Beats Marlon Moraes at the time, very good. Beats Frankie Edgar at the time, pretty good. Even though they're a little past their primes during these times, it's fine. And then loses to TJ Dillashaw, which is, you know, no doubt the title eliminator here. Really sucks to see, just couldn't make it. And then to put salt in the old wound, you know, he loses to Peter Yan here. And it really does suck. Because this is where he falls out of title contention right here, right when he loses to Peter Yan. Close fight, in my opinion. Obviously, he won clear. I think it was a 3-2, 4-1. I think it was a close fight. Song Yadong beats his ass. Very impressive. I rate Song Yadong pretty highly. I know Song Yadong just lost to Peter Yan, but, you know, Peter Yan is still a G. He's just had a few issues running into some PED cheats, you know, those goblin types. And then Marlon Cheeto Vera, this he almost got robbed, which is absolutely terrible. And man, oh, I'm very nervous Cory's gonna lose here. We've seen in recent history a lot of high ranked guys in the UFC. I don't even actually, real quick, let's just look at the rankings here. He is number 2. He's number 2, fighting number 10. Like, that is a very bad, very bad look. For, you know, a lot of reasons. Number 2, like, in my mind, should be fighting in top 5. They should never have to fight, you know, outside of top 10. But we've seen it recently with people like Ikram fighting Robert Whittaker, you know? And then we saw, what's another one? Another one off the top of my head. I can't really think. Maybe a Hamzat fighting Robert Whittaker as well, because Robert is number 3, Hamzat is number 11. They were supposed to fight, and then it ended up being Ikram. You know, so we see these lower ranked guys, untested, challenge a top contender who's been around for a while. And now, Cory's not grandfathered in. He's not been in the top level for, like, you know, 10 years. But he has been there for a while. A couple of years now. Definitely in the new era. And he's been able to fight off all the competition trying to take his belt, except for the G's like TJ Dillashaw, which technically TJ was cheating, so if you want to count that, you know, just saying. And then Peter Yan, obviously it's like Peter Yan, losing to Peter Yan and Aljo is like your losses definitely aren't bad. Now losing to Aljo by submission, that kind of sucks. But a decision to Peter Yan's pretty fair. Being 32, definitely in prime. I like to see that. He's pretty tall for the division, all things considered. I think he's actually either the same height or a little bit taller than Sean O'Malley. He's somewhere in that range, so I think it's pretty interesting. Obviously, we know he's a technical striker. He's very smooth when it comes to a lot of his techniques. You know, he's able to pick up other people's habits and like basically mimic it, or be able to like dissect it and really figure out a game plan. Obviously, the only exception is the Peter Yan, TJ, and Aljo. It is what it is. Got a nice submission to decision and TKO. He's actually got a decent amount of TKOs. I didn't think he had that many. But yeah, overall, really good fighter. We all know this. But why am I concerned? Well, you know, Robert Whittaker, I'm just going to use him as the example because he did recently absolutely destroy someone outside the rankings, and he is number 3. So I think he's like the perfect example to use here. Robert Whittaker completely destroyed Ikram, wasn't even fucking close, and Robert Whittaker made sure to dispatch him within 1 round. Epic. I'm very concerned that Cory just might not be able to do it. I'm rooting for Cory. I want him to win. He's my pick to win. I'm just very concerned. Now, with someone like Ikram, he's just really good, but he lost to Hamzat, and everyone's like, oh, okay, well, he's got to be Hamzat level or whatever. They were overhyping the shit out of him. Is what it is. You know, hype dies down after you get knocked out by the king, Robert Whittaker. But Cory is in for a nightmare matchup, in my opinion. Same amount of wins, but Cory is going to need to, in my mind, knock out Umar. I don't think he's going to win a decision. I think we know that. You know, being 5 rounds against a grappler who non-stop grapples is going to be tough, you know. And I know some people rate Umar striking a lot higher. I don't. I personally don't. He had some good performances against lower competition, but he is... He's not proven in the top level as far as striking goes, for sure. His grappling's good. We know that. He's a Nurmagomedov. We know his grappling is going to be good, and is going to be better than Cory's. Now, he's probably going to be, like, the thicker opponent as well, which I'm kind of concerned about. Umar, that is. Definitely going to be a thicker boy. And he's probably just going to lay on Cory for at least 3 of those 5 rounds. Let's just be honest. So I really, really hope Cory's able to get something going on the feet. Maybe exploit some openings that Umar had in his last fight. And, you know, maybe catch, like, a good knee on a takedown or something here. Because I just don't want to see these low-ranked guys jump in competition. You know, this is almost like if we had, like, a Jalen Turner fight, where's, like, a lightweight ranking right here. If we had, like, Jalen Turner fight, like, a fucking Justin Gaethje, and then Jalen Turner gets ranked top 3, it's like, I'm just getting tired with these jump up in rankings, you know? I feel like rankings are slowly just not meaning anything ever. You'll just have random guys matched together now, and it kind of sucks, you know? Because there's a reason why the rankings are here, and typically, I would assume it's for matchmakers to be like, okay, well, they're in the top 5, let's have one of them win a couple in the top 5, and then you get a title shot. But now it just seems like if your last name has any Arabic/Russian in it, you just instantly skyrocket for, you know, some reason. Really weird. Very odd. You know, look at Bilal's little cute face there. Aw, man. Only a mother could love that. Anyways, going back into the matchup. Yeah, I'm really worried. You know, I don't even hate Umar. Out of all the Nurmagomedovs, I like Umar the most. I think he's got the most personality-ish. And I think he's got the most, he's the most fun to watch. Even his grappling is a little more entertaining to watch than something like Khabib or Islam, where they just hug you and they hold your back in round 4 for 4 minutes, just slightly touching your head. And that's pretty much it. They just hug you for dear life while Volkanovski is screaming and chanting to the crowd. Anyways, before I rant too much. But yeah, I think Cory's going to be the weaker man out there, unfortunately, even though he is the taller and bigger. And I think Cory's only option to win is by lighting Umar up on the feet. And the reason why I think that is because Umar does not have a great chin. And I know what you're saying. Oh, he's never lost, blah, 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 blah. In his last fight, he got knocked out. And that's not even me being biased. That's not me hating Russians. That's not me doing whatever. Beksat literally knocked him out. You saw it in the camera. He went unconscious. And if he wasn't diving for a takedown the moment he was woken up, the fight would have been called. I think we all know that. Also, if you want to say, oh, he got knocked out, but it's just cope, whatever. Umar literally said in the after-fight interview, you could probably go see it on YouTube. I'm not going to show it just because UFC, you know, me and UFC might not get along if I use some of their footage. A little concerned with some of my recent videos with the, not demonetization, but restricting in certain countries. A little weird. But anyways, yeah. Beksat literally knocked him out, and in Umar's post-fight, he literally said he was knocked out. Like, the dude actually got knocked out, you know? And Beksat's he's a decent striker, and he's a good anti-grappler, and that's why I'm really concerned for Cory, because I can't really see Cory doing much better than Beksat if we're talking about grappling here. 5 rounds, I think, kind of favor Cory a little bit more. A little more conditioned for those 5 rounds fights. But, yeah, Umar literally got knocked out. I really hope Cory Sandhagen can find some way to knock out Umar. Number 1, great highlight. Oh my god, if you finish a Nurmagomedov in Abu Dhabi, oh my... Okay, oh, that's being highlights of the year right there. You know, maybe we had a spinning wheel kick that he did on the one guy, to get that nice fucking... I think it was Marlon Moraes, actually. Yeah, spinning wheel kick. Where he got that nice Sandman fucking KO. But, yeah, I really hope he's able to find some success and knock out Umar. I'm tired of seeing these low-ranked guys get opportunities. This is different. Listen, if Umar was to fight, let's see. If Umar fought Jose Aldo, and even that might be a little generous because it's Jose Aldo. But, like, even a Figgy, Song Yadong, or Henry Cejudo. Fuck it. If he fought Henry Cejudo, I would be fine with this matchup. You know, break into the top 5. That's how Islam got it done. Islam fought Bobby Green, who I think was ranked number 5. Maybe he was ranked number 4 at the time. You know, and that's how we broke in the top 5. That's fine. I don't want to see Umar at number 2. Please. Please. And then Sean O'Malley also would have to fight Merab after he knocks out Merab. Obviously, we know this. Then Umar is going to have to fight him, and he's going to have to go against another fucking grappler. No, thank you. Can we just have... Can the future just be set in stone right now that Cory gets this win by TKO? I just want to see it so bad. I want to see a highlight KO. I want to see Cory Sandhagen back on the track to becoming a champion, you know? Do I think Cory beats Sean O'Malley? No. Do I think Cory's ever going to be a champion? No. Only because the champions are going to be really tough as far as Cory matchups go. Cory's just kind of frail, but he is tall and like lengthy for the division. But yeah. Wait, featherweight? Am I tripping? Why does it say he's featherweight? He's not a featherweight, he's a bantamweight. Nani? Anyways, that's the first time I actually noticed that. I can't believe it says class featherweight. Maybe that's because of his last fight. I think it was a short notice, or there's a weight thing going on with Rob Font. I think that's what it was. He also had a weird like muscle tear in this fight. So this is his first fight back with that muscle tear. It is on his arm. It's not like something on his leg, so I don't think it's gonna affect the takedowns too much. I'm really concerned, man. I'm just concerned. I wanted to voice my concerns here, you know, and feel free to roast me in the comments, you know, if you think Umar just gets it done, absolutely smokes Cory, and then as soon as Umar wins, everyone's gonna say, well, Cory's just overrated. He's not even that good. Wah, 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 like people are doing with Bilal. Leon Edwards, which I think is pretty funny. Because if you want to say that Leon Edwards is overrated and Bilal's just better, okay, well that means Bilal's only beat overrated people then. Like, that's just what it is. That means Bilal is still unproven and he's still shit. He's one of the first champions to ever be an unproven fighter, I guess, you know, if that's your standpoint. But just saying, you know, I've been seeing some of those in the comments and on other people's videos, just saying. But yeah, hope Cory wins. Just wanted to get a quick one out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you made it to the end, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed me ranting. And as always, hope you have a good day.